So let's talk about burglary in Florida. Every burglary in Florida is made up of really three things. You've got entry into a dwelling, structure, or conveyance. Second, you've got entry with knowledge that you don't have permission to be there. And third, you've got entry with the intent to commit some offense while you're there. Those are the three things that go on in every single burglary. And the title of a burglary crime depends on what you've entered, right? So if you've entered a car, we call that burglary of a conveyance. If you're accused of breaking into a business, for example, that's burglary of a structure. And a home burglary is called burglary of a dwelling. Now, the first part, that you entered a place, right? That's basically a trespass, and every burglary has a trespass. That's where it all begins. But the debate really starts on the third element, that you had some intent to commit an offense therein. That's what transforms every trespass into a burglary to begin with. To show you how this works, we're going to talk about a real-life case of Gaskin v. State. So what happened with Gaskin? He was in jail, chilling, and he decided to escape. He ran from the jail, got away, and he broke into a nearby business to hide. He locked himself in, but they caught him rather quickly. So his Shawshank moment, gone in a flash. It's disappointing, I'm sure, to him. He was convicted of burglary of a structure, that, the business that he was hiding in. And the prosecutors told the jury that you got to convict him of burglary of the structure because he broke into that business with an intent to escape the jail. Well, that appeal went up to a higher court, and they threw out Gaskin's conviction. They said, no, this is not a burglary because Gaskin already had his Shawshank moment. He escaped from the jail before he entered the business. What crime was Gaskin intending to commit in that business? He intended to commit nothing inside of that business, so there was no burglary. This was just a trespass. Hiding after you've already committed an escape is not a burglary. It is a trespass. Another problem with burglaries is this term entry. And I know we attorneys pick on everything, and we're going to pick on entry too. Because, an entry into a place is pretty obvious if somebody broke down the front door of a home. But what about if they rummaged through a back patio? What about a fenced backyard? And if we're talking about a car, right, a burglary of a conveyance, if you're accused of stealing the rims off a car, is that burglary of a conveyance? It's not, because you had never went inside the car. Again, you have to enter the car and intend to take something inside the car. Otherwise, you only have a trespass, if that. So, that's my quick review of Burglary Basics. I appreciate you watching, and have a great day. Take care.